What if a pilot mid-flight simply vanished without a trace? No distress call. No wreckage. Just an empty cockpit. How could an airplane cruising at 30,000 feet, supposedly one of the safest places in the world, become a portal to the unknown? Tonight, we unravel the chilling case of the disappearing pilot, a story that defies logic and still leaves investigators searching for answers. It was a warm evening in July 1987 when Captain Daniel Cole, a seasoned pilot with more than 20 years of experience, prepared for what seemed like a routine cargo flight across the African skies. The weather was clear. The flight path simple. Daniel checked in with air traffic control at 11:23 p.m. His voice was calm, professional, and routine. But less than 30 minutes later, something strange happened. Radar showed the plane cruising steadily. Yet when controllers tried to contact Daniel again, there was nothing. Silence. No mayday. No static. Just nothing. When the plane landed automatically on autopilot hours later, the world expected answers. Instead, what they found raised even more terrifying questions. When ground crews boarded the aircraft, they were stunned. The cargo was intact. The plane showed no signs of damage. But Daniel, the pilot, was gone. The cockpit door was still locked from the inside. His headset was neatly placed on the dashboard. And in his seat, nothing. No struggle. No blood. No sign of forced entry. It was as if Captain Daniel Cole had simply evaporated into thin air while mid-flight. Investigators combed through the cabin for hours, looking for answers. But the only clue was a half-finished log entry in Daniel's handwriting, cut off mid-sentence. The disappearance sparked a storm of speculation. Mechanical failure? Impossible. Every instrument was working. Suicide? But Daniel's family swore he was happy, healthy, and deeply committed to his career. Stowaway attack? Yet there was no sign of anyone else on board. Some whispered of paranormal forces, that the skies themselves had swallowed him whole. Others believed Daniel uncovered something he shouldn't have seen, perhaps smuggling operations hidden within the cargo business. The deeper investigators dug, the darker the shadows became. Investigators turned their eyes to Daniel's life. Outwardly, he was respected, admired, even loved in his community. But behind the polished image, cracks began to appear. Daniel had recently argued with senior officials at the airline about illegal consignments being flown under the radar. Could his disappearance have been staged to silence him? Even stranger, his co-pilot, scheduled to join him that night, had called in sick at the last minute. When questioned, the co-pilot refused to give details, only saying, "It wasn't safe for me to be there." This only fueled suspicions that the disappearance wasn't random at all, but carefully planned. Weeks later, a chilling detail emerged. An aviation enthusiast monitoring radio frequencies claimed he picked up Daniel's voice around 11:45 p.m. that night. The recording, though grainy, captured him saying, "They're here. Tell my family I love them." After that silence. If authentic, it meant Daniel knew something, or someone, was on board with him in his final moments. To this day, Captain Daniel Cole's disappearance remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries. No body was ever recovered. No conclusive evidence ever found. For his family, closure never came. And for the world, the story became a haunting reminder. Even in the skies, where technology reigns supreme, some mysteries cannot be explained. As the sun sets on this case, one question lingers. Did Daniel vanish by chance, by choice, or by force? And perhaps the most terrifying thought of all. Could it happen again? Do not forget to like, subscribe and turn on the notification button for more.